נ"ד עמוד א'. הרואה מקום שנעשו בו ניסים לישראל. Somebody who sees a place that a miracle was done to עם ישראל. The Gemara will explain which type of location, but obviously we're talking about קריאת ים סוף and similar to it.
Open miracles.
אומר, ברוך שעשה ניסים לאבותינו במקום הזה. ברוך עומד ניסים for our fathers in this place. מקום שנקרא ממנו עקום, a place that used to be idols and it was taken away, was uproot from that place, אומר, ברוך שעקר עקום מארצנו, ברוך שעקר וברוך הוא uproot עבודה זרה from our land. על הזיקין, on the types of, the Gemara would explain what's the difference between certain winds, certain storms.
Certain what?
certain nature disasters.
Oh, natural disasters.
על הזיקין ועל הרוחות ועל הזיקין ועל הזוועות, it's two different types of winds, ועל הרעמים on thunders, ועל הרוחות on winds, ועל הברקים on lightning, אומר ברוך, אתה יודע לכולם, שכוחו וגבורתו מלא עולם. על ההרים, seeing very interesting mountains, I had it in Tennessee. I saw the mountains over there, that the clouds are of the mountains.
Below, yeah. It's above the cloud.
Yeah, my wife asked me, there is a berachot that you say on it? I'm like, no. And then next day I learned the Mishnah. It's too late. להרים, because it was so wondered, we felt we need to say bracha. I'm like, ma, mountain, you say bracha, then I said the Mishnah.
The trick is to ski down when it's like that. Yeah.
You can't reach that mountain, they don't have access to it.
Oh, okay.
על ההרים, on the mountains. ועל הגבעות on high similar mountains, ועל הימין on oceans, ועל הנהרות on rivers from the days of the creation, ועל המדברות on the deserts, אומר ברוך עושה מעשה בראשית. ברוך creating the creation of בראשית. Therefore this din is limited by the way on oceans, only on things that we know that is from the creation of the world. New one, we're not sure where it's coming from, you don't need to say. רבי אומר, הרואה את הים הגדול, they want to see the big ocean, אומר, ברוך שעשה את הים הגדול, ברוך הוא made the big ocean. However, בזמן שרואה הוא לפרקים. You don't say ברכה every time when you see the big ocean, rather if you see it every 30 days. Within 30 days that you see it, you don't say ברכה. There is a מחלוקת today, where is the ים הגדול, the big ocean?
Yeah, was it any ocean or?
That's why we don't say ברכה. I mean, there is certain areas that you can say, but in general we don't. על הגשמים, on a rain, ועל בשורות טובות, on good news. What's a good news?
Crops.
The baby אומר, depends which type. Baby אומר, ברוך הטוב והנתיב, ברוך הוא does good to us. על בשורות רעות, on bad news, אומר, ברוך דיין האמת. The one who judge us with the truth, with the right thing. בנה בית חדש, somebody built a new house, וקנה כלים חדשים, and he bought new clothing, אומר, ברוך אתה מכונם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו בזמן הזה. The new thing. מברך על הרעה, the same acknowledgement that everything comes from Hashem needs to be for bad, מעין על הטובה. Similar that he said good on, that he said ברכת Hashem on the good stuff that comes from him. ועל הטובה, מעין הרעה. On the good thing you have to say, similar to the bad stuff, and the Gemara will explain later, not today, what that similarity referring to. והצועק לשעבר, somebody who prays for things that are happened already, in other words, too late, הרי זו תפילת שווא, it's a false davening. For example, הייתה אשתו מעוברת, his wife was pregnant after 40 days, ואומר, יהי רצון שתלד אשתי זכר, אינשאללה בן זכר, אחי, too late, הרי זו תפילת שווא, that's a false תפילה. She's already, after 40 days, but before, by the way, you should.
Well, 40 days is when
40 days
when
you
the
should,
gender
right.
could be
Yeah,
changing?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, then you should.
So up to 40 days, okay.
He could change from a boy to a girl in 30 days.
Yeah, within 40 days, you're right. Within 40 days, it's okay. After 40 days, no, it's from by the first 40 days, so that's the time to pray. But afterwards, too late. People, when I taught that 15 years ago, so somebody told me, come on, you think that they know already when within, after 40 days, if it's a boy or a baby? Today, on the blood test,
Of course.
they already know right away. It's something new in the last 2-3 years. Didn't happen before. Remember our days, Robert? In an ultrasound by the 5th month. Today on the blood test, they know already if it's a boy or a girl after 40 days. Okay. היה בה בדרך, somebody was going on the road, ושמע כל צווחה בעיר. He saw like somebody screaming in the city. and he's about to enter the city, ואומר, יהי רצון שלא תהיה בתוך ביתי, inshallah is not in my house, he's screaming. הרי זה תפילה this is too late, it happened to us when those who have young babies, you're in a public place, you're a baby screaming like, okay, that was not my baby, hopefully. Then you happen to say, okay, it's your baby, too late. So those prayers are false תפילת שם. Okay, הנכנס לכך, somebody goes from the road, and he got to go in through a city, and Rashi said that cities, we're talking about cities that used to be governed by bad people. מתפלל שתיים, he needs to say two תפילות. אחת בכניסתו, one before we enter, said Hashem, please save me from this בלגן. To have shalom, right? ואחת ביציאתו, and one, when he came out, Hashem, תודה רבה, that you got me out of it. ונזי אומר, it's very interesting, that's הלכה למעשה, ארבע, I need to say four תפילות. שתיים בכניסתו, ושתיים ביציאתו. Two at the entrance, and two at the exit. נותן הודעה לשעבר וצועק על העתיד. This is the rule. Always you gotta say thank you for what happened to you in the past, and then you should ask for the future. Same thing when you leave, you say thank you and ask for the future, which is generally important, that knowing that God is not an ATM. God is not an entity that is supposed always to ask, Hashem, give me, I'm giving tzedakah to ועד הרבנים, now pay me back, I did for you Shabbat, give me. God is the opposite. Don't beg Hashem, don't be a nudge. Ask, says thank you to Hashem the whole time. Hashem, thank you for what you're giving me, thank you for what you're doing to me. He will give you more, don't worry. But don't treat him as a machine. חייב לבדה אדם לברך על הרעה כשם שמברך הטובה. A man need to say bracha on the bad, the same thing that he said bracha on the good.
That's repeating it.
שנאמר, the Gemara explained, the Mishnah explained, שנאמר, ואהבת את השם אלוקיך בכל לבבך. Lev, it's one. לבבך, it's double. בכל לבבך, with all of your hearts, which is, בשני יצריך, with two of your יצרים, ביצר הטוב וביצר הרע. So the two יצרים, you gotta say thank you to Hashem on every stage. ובכל נפשך, with all of your soul, אפילו הוא נוטל את נפשך. If God takes somebody else's soul, you gotta say thank you. ובכל מאודיך, with all of your means, בכל ממונך, בכל מאודיך, it means.
Like all your belongings?
Yeah,
Okay.
בכל ממונך, all of your money, you have to thank Hashem. דבר אחר, בכל מאודיך, מאודיך, it stands from the word מידה, a measure. בכל מידה ומידה שהוא מודד לך, with every measure and measure that he is measured to you, either by good or by bad, modelo. So everything that Hashem is doing to a person, either good, either bad, is supposed to thank him.
To measure good.
Yeah, because it's good for you. לא יקל אדם.
איך זה מסתדר עם חייב אדם לברך על הרעה כשם שברך על
So the same thing, just as good, it's good for you, so as bad, it's good for you. So the same understanding that you have the good, it is good for you, on the bad, you have the same understanding that it's good for me.
That's fine, but איך הוא מסביר מהפסוק, בכל לבבך
בכל מידה ומידה, בכל מאודיך, השורה האחרונה.
בכל מאודיך.
All of the measurement have a modelo. לא יקל אדם את ראשו, a man should not act with
Pride?
opposite, light head, meaning too chill, don't be too chill, and without respect את ראשו, כנגד שער המזרח, by the east, in front of the east entrance to בית המקדש, why? שהוא מכוון כנגד בית קודשי הקודשים, because it's directly across of the holiness of holiness, so you should have kavod, because that's a direct path to קודש הקודשים. ולא ייכנס להר הבית, nobody should walk into הר הבית, במקלו with his stick that he used to walk with, ובנעלו with his shoes, ובפונדתו, it's a certain pouch that he used to put money inside, ובאבק שעל רגליו, on the dust on his legs, on his foot. ולא יעשינו כפנדריה, you shouldn't make הר הבית a shortcut, ורקיקה מקל וחומר, and for sure you shouldn't spit in בית המקדש, which is קל וחומר, and the Gemara will explain where is the
You shouldn't speak.
A for shiori,
You shouldn't speak?
Spit.
Oh,
Spit. Okay, next one.
Is where you learn the shortcuts of the shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, similar to that, right. כל חותמי ברכות שבמקדש, any ברכות, they used to say in בית המקדש, they used to say, היו אומרים עד העולם, ברוך אתה השם אלוקי ישראל, עד העולם. משקלקלו הצדוקים, and the צדוקים ruined it, ואמרו, and they said, אין עולם אלא אחד, there is only one world, עד העולם, to this world. התקינו חכמים עדנו תקנה, אינו enactment, שיהיו אומרים מן העולם ועד העולם. והתקינו, they make a new another תקנה חכמים in general for the world, שיהיה אדם שואל את חברו בשם. A man is allowed to ask say shalom to his friend with the shame of Hashem, with the name of Hashem, and is not considered disrespecting the name of Hashem. שנאמר, as we see, והנה בועז בא מבית לחם, when Boaz came from בית לחם, ויאמר לקוצרים, השם עמכם. ויאמר לקוצרים, אדוני עמכם. So he said to the people who harvest, אדוני עמכם, which is the name of Hashem. So it's a takana that it's kavod.
It's not in
When
vain.
you say it's not in vain. ויאמרו לו, they respond back to him, בברכך השם, Hashem will bless you back. So, ויאמר לקוצרים אדוני עמכם, ויאמרו לו, בברכך אדוני. ואומר, and we have another pasuk to prove that, and the Gemara will explain why do we need additional pasukim to prove that. אדוני עמך, גיבור חיל. Hashem with you, it's גיבור חיל, is strong. ואומר, אל תבוז כי זקנה עמך, do not disgrace because your mother is old. Meaning don't respect what חכמים enact, the Gemara will explain, we'll leave it for later. ואומר, עת להשעות להשם, there is a time to do for Hashem, הפרו תורתך. People nullify the Torah, meaning that's a pasuk giving the חכמים the power sometime to make a new enactment.
זה קשור
Even though you're not supposed to say the name of Hashem for vain, חכמים can make a takana for the sake of the Torah, that to allow you some stuff. רבי נתן אומר, הפרו תורתך, the way you should read the pasuk, why חכמים הפרו תורתך, they did something against the Torah, משום עת לעשות השם. It's time to do for Hashem, and then we'll discuss this concept later, when חכמים are allowed to change anything from the Torah.
לא כאילו שואל, אבל אל תבוז כי זקנה עמך, והוא חוזר ועונה כאילו, עת לעשות השם.
Yes, הגמרא מסבירה, what do we need בפסוקים? It's few psukim that seems to be unnecessary. Good point. Okay, זאת הגמרא מנען אמילי. We said at the beginning of the Mishnah, that anyone who saw a place that miracles were done for עם ישראל, you gotta say, ברוך שעשה ניסים לאבותינו במקום הזה. מנען אמילי, how do we know that you're supposed to say ברכה? אמר רבי יוחנן, this week פרשה. ואמר קרא, ויאמר יתרו, in this week פרשה, ברוך השם אשר הציל אתכם מיד מצרים וביד פרעה. So יתרו says, ברוך השם, חמס עליכם that he saved you from Egypt and Paro. So the Gemara says, it seems from this pasuk, that which type of miracle do we say bracha on? Anisa de Rabim mevarchinan. On nes that happened to the public, we're going to say bracha. Anisa de Yachid, on individual nes, lo mevarchinan, you don't say bracha. Because the Mishnah started off, makom she'asu bo nisim liYisrael, that the miracle were done for Am Yisrael. So it sounds like that individual miracle, you don't need to say bracha. The Gemara asked, Ve'ah ha'ugavre was that man, da'ave kazil be'avra, be'ever yemina. He was walking by a place, it's called certain country, ever yemina. Nafal alei Arya, a lion came on him, and he wanted to taste him. Itaved lenisa, he had a miracle. Ve'itzal mine, he was escaped from him. He was saved from him. Ata lekamei de Ravi, he came in front of Rabbah. Ve'amar, he told him, this is the rule. Kol ima dematit le'atam, whenever you arrive on that place where you had the miracle, you have to say barich, you have to say bracha, baruch sha'asa li nes, b'makom hazeh. Baruch Hashem who made the miracle in this place. You see that you gotta say bracha even on an individualness. Ken, he told them, even individualness you gotta say bracha. Another story.
That's how we do.
Let's see. Mar Breder, no question, I'm just kidding. Mar Breder Ravine, the son of Ravina, Rav Kazil bepitka de'arvut. He was going by the valley of Arvut, it's the name of a place. Betzacha lemaye. He was thirsty for water, he had no water. And if he wouldn't drink, it would be his last day. So he couldn't say, so Itaved lenisa, he had a miracle. Ibre le'aina de maya, and Hashem created for him a spring of water. Ve'ishti, and he drank.
Wow.
Ve'tu. And another miracle this guy had. Zimna Chada, one time, the son of Ravina. Mar, the son of Ravina. Ve'tu, Zimna Chada, one time, Avekadil beristeka de Mechoza, used to go by the market of Mechoza, name of a place. ונפל עלי גם לפריצה, and a gamal, a retard camel, that's it, came on him.
A retard camel?
Yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
What's it look
רש"י
like?
says גמל משוגע, לא, אחי, ריטרד. גמל משוגע שעסקיו רעים, רש"י says. ענף עולה גם לפריצה, התפרקת לישיתה, a hole, was a wall nearby, the hole fell, and he was able to go inside of that house nearby.
Whoa.
Ale Gava, he went inside, and he was escaped from this camel. Huh?
I missed the retard camel.
וגם לפריצה התפרקה לישיתה, the wall fell. Ale Gava, he went into the house, and he was escaped. כמעט על הערבות, then from then and on, he had miracles in two places, in ערבות and in ריסקה דמחיוזה. So כמעט על הערבות, when he came to ערבות, he said, he said לברכה, ברוך שעשה לי נס בערבות ובגמל. ברוך השם הוא made me a miracle in ערבות and gave me the water, where he had the place in the גמל. כמעט על ריסקה דמחיוזה, when he came to the place of ריסקה דמחיוזה, he said, ברוך שעשה לי נס בגמל בערבות. Right, because so whatever you are,
Based on the location.
Yeah, the location that takes place first, and then you said that the other location you had the miracle. So no, because when he was in Gamal, he said on the Gamal in the other place. When it was in the other place, he said on that place, and the Gamal that was on the previous.
Because he had two miracles.
Yeah, he had two miracles. So
ולא דורך על המים עדיין?
no, Arvot is for the water. The reason we mention a place by the water and a Gamal by the other place, the actual miracle, because Gamal, it's already the name of what happened. Water, it doesn't really define the name. Therefore, we refer to
Why would he
place.
go against the norm? The norm to say, bullshit, why didn't he just say that?
No, because he had two miracles. So he said, פה ושם, או שם ופה.
So if you have three, you have to do three.
Yeah, buy one, get three. Like one says, you see,
They're
as
all in
I
the same area though? No. they're
No,
not.
different
No,
areas.
different
So
areas.
what does one have to do with the other one?
so
you
whenever
do it
you-
when you go there, you do when you go there?
No, but then we have to remember all the miracles that should
Right.
be to you.
That's one.
That's
At the same,
west,
like,
right?
what do
That's
you
why
mean?
if you have three, you have to stay
אבל
three.
נדבר ברכה.
Every time you mention one, you have to mention all of them, you're saying? That's the...
Yeah, but-
that's your shtick? Wow.
There's miracles every second then at that point.
No, this is regular miracle, אחי.
Okay.
An ordinary miracle.
כן,
something
כן,
that's-
כן.
Not every day do you go across the retard camel.
You drive in Miami, it's an ordinary miracle.
לי only. ואמרי, הניסא דרבים כולי עלמא מחי ולברוכם. We have an answer. When our Mishnah is referred to a public miracle, everyone needs to say the bracha, even if you weren't there. הניסא דיחיד, an individual miracle, הוא חייב לברוכה. He's the only one who needs to say the bracha. So that's for our Mishnah is talking about a public miracle, and that happened to everybody. And that's why everybody needs to say bracha. Their miracle that happened to individual, only the individual themselves will say the bracha. You see here the letter Aleph on parenthesis, square parenthesis.
In this one?
This one here, Aleph.
Rashi, no?
No, this Aleph, it's הגאות הגר"א. Look on הגאות הגר"א.
Down.
You have הגאות הגר"א. So הגאות הגר"א עד, וברי יהיו, he needs to say bracha, וברי הניסן, ובר ברי. And the son and the grandson. So whenever miracle happened, the three generation needs to say the beracha. I wanted to see if this is the halacha lemaaseh.
I'm curious about like a Holocaust survivor then. Like a Holocaust survivor that survived. Would this apply to them?
If it's
But it has to be an open miracle.
They survived the Holocaust.
It's an open miracle.
what's more open than that?
No.
No.
Apparently miracle is not an open miracle.
No?
That's what I'm
They have
saying.
specific miracles over there that need
If
משהו קרה.
Yeah, this guy went through hell. You want to say miracle? No.
Surviving the
No, he
Holocaust.
survived Auschwitz or something. That's an open miracle.
That's why I said
הם ירו בכל היהודים ולא פגעו בו.
לא ראו אותו, כאילו, הרגו את כולם ולא ראו
It would be an
את
open
It gotta be a
miracle.
state miracle. It gotta be a state.
You gotta see a, what do you mean? You gotta see a wonder?
Yeah. You gotta be.
זה מiracle? הם ירו בכל היהודים שם בתוך הקופסה,
ופספסו אחד.
הוא בסדר.
Okay, if they missed them.
אלה באוקטובר ש...
But if he doesn't have that, if
אלה
it was just like survivor
בפסטיבל,
concept, you can't without that.
הוא כאילו ירו
בסדר,
ולא
alright.
ירו.
No, but that's not a miracle because when people are shooting and they miss, that's common. Sorry to say.
מה?
What?
Rabbi, you're in a room?
Look what happened on October 7. They miss people. You know, they shoot everywhere, they try everywhere, and they
People
don't.
in the bottom of the...
that was a
Yeah, so it's not.
They say-
It's not.
זה בטוח, בשטח, זה אני אומר לך
It's
בקמפ.
not a revealed miracle.
בחדר.
I mean, it's got to be revealed.
You're
Clear
saying a
miracle.
wonder.
Today,
Bullets gotta go like this.
Look at the story over here. It must be.
A spring came out of nowhere.
It must be.
What if you like
He had a
bunch
restart
of
camel
sand
and then a
throw
wall
it
It's
fell.
gotta be a
with
nest,
the
אחי.
bullet?
שעשה לי נס
אבל
במקום
נפל
הזה.
קיר.
נפל קיר, no, that's special. The kid is not supposed to fall this wall. It's a healthy wall,
And
and
the bullet's
suddenly
not
it
supposed to
fell.
not miss me if I'm in a closed room.
No, but they happen every day.
I feel like I understand
You know
the
what?
water room,
I
but the
saw.
camera, I don't know if I
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, because this wall. Can you imagine this wall suddenly falls? That's a miracle. It's not supposed to fall. A healthy wall not supposed to fall. You know, all of the stories that they bring on the miracle that happened in the October 7th, and 99% of them, it's not a miracle. Sorry to say. I saw them. Gotta be honest. I'm going to cover up. All of the miracle they said on October 7th, the guys tell you the miracle that happened. Achi, he was hitting on the right place, Baruch Hashem. Meaning, it's not a miracle, it's a siyata dishmaya, it's help from God, he was able to escape. But it's not a miracle.
So it's a miracle as also.
What?
The miracles also.
No, that's fine. I mean, we have miracles of every day. Meaning, but to say, again, we have to, what's a miracle?
Right.
Something out of nature. All those stories is within nature.
There are miracles within nature.
I see a guy, see an interview, I put up the seat, and 5 days after was a shooting, and the guy didn't shoot me. It's not a miracle. Maybe it is, maybe because or not. Many cases happen, the guy didn't put it in, didn't shoot him. Meaning, we can fool ourselves, you know, we gotta be honest, you know, you can't make every story out of it or simad that you gotta serve Hashem because Hashem is here. And that's a reality, not those stories that makes you feel, okay.
So there's a difference between השגחה פרטית and then a miracle, like an
It's not for me.
Yeah. How about it? Yeah, maybe it's because it would be not. Don't know.
So you wouldn't consider,
It's
let's
not
say-
that, you know, it was a guy that he had a Tanya in his pocket or Tehillim,
Yeah, and
and
it
the
shot-
bullet. That's a
that's
better
a-
one.
I was just about to ask that
But
question.
it's not a miracle. That's for sure. He happened to have it over here, and he didn't shoot him. He didn't go through.
What do you
because
mean?
of the book.
It just happened to be there.
Yeah, that's השגחה פרטית. It's not a miracle.
As
A miracle that the bullet came and stopped before. That's a miracle, but it happened to shoot on the that's השגחה פרטית. But the story that the tzitzit, 4 days they didn't get shot, who said because of the tzitzit?
if you get hit by a car and you survive, is a miracle?
No?
It depends, I think.
No?
Rabbi, if you lost your
No?
brakes,
That happens every day.
Rabbi, if you lost your brakes,
No,
you were
it's every
driving
day.
down the highway and then you lost
Yeah,
your
you get
brakes,
people that
and
get
you stopped
hit
your
And you were able to find a ramp. It's not a miracle, Baruch Hashem, you found a ramp.
I think that's
No,
a
so
miracle. I
no,
guess
no,
every
no,
day, though.
Guys, I'm
I
not
think
putting
it's a
down
miracle.
any השגחה פרטית. I don't think if you...
No, בסדר, השגחה פרטית, השגחה פרטית,
השגחה
אבל
פרטית,
זה נס.
if you drive on the street and there is a red light and you stop, that's השגחה
so-
פרטית.
but-
You stop at the light.
so-
זה השגחה פרטית, מה, משמיים.
Baba Sai was doing miracles then. That's That's a miracle.
That's a miracle, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But again, we have to be, you know, logic. We
yeah, it's
cannot
above
be
nature.
emotions
It's
about
like beyond nature. It's like yeah.
כן, כן.
Right, that's above nature. 10 feet in the air and you land, Baruch Hashem, on your...
No, ברוך השם, you learned that
It's a miracle.
It's not a miracle. It's not a miracle. ברוך השם, you learned right if you didn't learn right.
How can I land if I'm flipping?
Hashem made a miracle that you don't
That's what I'm
fall.
saying.
No.
It's not השגחה פרטית.
When you
It's a
flip,
miracle.
you have 50% on the תחת, 50% on the קדימה, נכון? So 50% you hit it,
So
מה?
50% miracle.
Huh?
זה חצי miracle.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. You can.
Yeah, but I
Can't
can say the
define
same thing
something
with the
that
wall.
always
That the
happens.
wall is supposed to fall.
Because
There's
there's
an
a type to
accident
say
that the
both.
car's supposed to crush and it
But
doesn't.
Yeah, no, but
But
that's
at the same time, it's not now.
people drive
By
going in miracles and they don't flash.
In a room like this,
10,000 feet.
And the bullet went like this.
You wouldn't
Exactly,
consider
that's a
the
huge
total loss of the
miracle.
car like some rolls and falls off a thing and the guy comes out at a scratch.
Outside of nature, though.
10,000 feet ולא קרה.
That would because it was supposed
No.
to happen. It's supposed to be someone dies in something like
No,
that.
because it was protected.
אפילו השם
and
לא
all of
רוצה.
the-
And 9 out of 10 times in that accident, someone dies. That's
Okay,
what I'm saying.
that's why if 10% not, it's not a miracle.
תחשוב
He has a
if you
10%
apply that
chance
into
to be saved.
survival.
On this wall, there is no chance to be
Every
saved.
bone in your body.
Nobody ever saved an agama that tried to attack him on a wall. Only when the wall falls, it's a miracle.
Because
The
that's
right
not
time
nature.
also.
That's not nature.
אז איך אומרים עשרת המכות כולם היו מירקלים?
That's a miracle for sure. No, never have all of the
abundance
river.
of frogs and
No.
that, certain things they
That was
have.
Never
abnormal.
in the world abandoned the front game.
Yeah, למה?
Abnormal.
No.
It says in the Torah like the world never saw. Like it says in the Makot, like
Yalla.
the world never saw.
הרב אמר שאם הקיר הזה ייפול זה miracle.
מלחמת ששת הימים מהנס.
אבל זה סייעתא דשמיא, but not ניסים.
No, you heard with the tank
לא, רבי,
when
הם
they
באו
saw the...
מאחורי, והם ראו כאילו
There might have been.
בן אדם ענק.
There might have
אוקיי,
been.
no, that maybe לא, אחי.
ערבים אמרו, זה לא שיהודי אומר, ערבי.
We got an amazing, we got an amazing.
ערבים מאוד אימג'ינינג. Who said?
אז הולך, אין מירקלס היום, guys, we have...
No, but we have
No, we have
Torah.
Torah.
We have reality.
באמת, yeah,
And we
I
serve
agree.
Hashem. All those stories of big people serve
זה
Hashem.
just מחזק.
But, I mean,
חיזוק.
רגע, אז אתה רוצה להגיד שהשיר הזה סתם? We are America.
No, we yes, but those stories are not. יאללה, תנו רבנן. הרואה מעברות הים. Somebody sees where בני ישראל went through the ocean in קריאת ים סוף. The Gemara detailed it and explained.
Let's go on a trip, Rabbi.
ומעברות, I just come back too much for me. 2 weeks. I feel that for Matan. ומעברות הירדן and the cross rivers of the Jordan. מעברות נחלי ארנון, the cross areas of the rivers of Arnon. אבני אל גביש, the stones of אל גביש. במורד בית חורון, at the valley of בית חורון. ואבן and the stone. The Gemara will explain each one, don't worry. ואבן and the stone שביקש לזרוק אוג מלך הבשן לישראל, and the stone that אוג מלך הבשן wanted to throw on עם ישראל. ואבן and the stone שישב עליה משה, משה סטון, בשעה שעשה יהושע מלחמה בעמלק, when יהושע did a war with עמלק. ואשתו של לוט, very good, last week. ואשתו של לוט, and Lot's wife, she was a piece of salt. וחומת יריחו, and the wall of יריחו. שנבלעה במקומה was swallowed in its place, על כולן, on all of them, צריך שייתן הודעה והשבח לפני המקום. He needs to thank the Eibishter for the berachot, the ניסים, the miracles that he did. Let's see, אחי, אחד. בשלמה מעברות הים, crossing the ocean, I know it's a miracle. Why? דכתיב, ויבואו בני ישראל בתוך הים, היבשה. I know it's a miracle. מעברות הירדן, crossing the Jordan River, דכתיב, ויעמדו הכהנים נושאי ארון ברית השם בחרבה בתוך הירדן אכן. When we came into Eretz Israel, we crossed, the Kohanim stood at the beginning of the river and everything split. That's a miracle. אלא מעברות נחלי ארנון מנהלן, where the story of the crossing of the rivers of Arnon, the one says דכתיב, the pasuk says, על כן יאמר בספר מלחמות השם, therefore, the pasuk says, ברשת אין במדבר, therefore will be said on the book of the words of Hashem, את vahav בסופה. With vahav, it's a name of a place in Sufa. The Gemara says, Watana et vahav בסופה. What's the meaning of the word vahav בסופה? שני מצורעים היו, there were 2 people with tzara, with leprosy, with they're not allowed to be part of the camp in Am Yisrael because they are tameh. דאבו מהלכים בסוף המחנה. They used to go at the end of the camp of Am Yisrael. אבו כחב ישראל, and when Israel were passing by, Ato Amorai, the Amorites came, and they were hiding inside of Nachale Arnon, of the rivers of Arnon, they were hiding there. Avi Leune Kiruta, they made for them at the mountain, there were 2 mountains, and they made holes in the mountain, the caves in the mountains. Vetashubo, they were hiding over there. Amri, they said, Ki Chalfi Israel, Bnei Israel going to walk by the river on the bottom. We are on top of the mountain. Niktalinu, and we're going to kill them. V'la aviyad, they didn't know, the Aaron ave mazge kama yodei Israel. The Aaron, HaKodesh was going ahead of Am Israel. Babi mamech leuture, and he used to straight out all of the mountains. They didn't know that. Too bad, mikamayo from them. Kevan de'at Aaron, when the Aaron came, idad kuture be'ad adadi. The 2 mountains came together. Rashi says in the Chumash that one mount has things sticking out like the breast of a woman, and the other one has holes and like, and they were pita. And and he killed them. ונחת דמם, their blood went down לנחלי ארלון, to the river of Arnon. But they didn't see it by the time. כי עטו את והב, when they came to והב, חזו דמה דקנפיק מביתורה, they see a blood coming from between the mountains. עטו ואמרו לישראל. Yeah, because they don't want to know. עטו אמרו לישראל, they told עם ישראל, ואמרו שירה, and they said, שירה, היינו דכתיב לדעת פסוק סד, ואשת הנחלים, אשר נטה לשבת הר, ונשען לגבול מואב. This is the combination of the rivers that it came from the border of Moab. עד כאן, חזרה.